Sean's injury seems
I'm not sure.
serious.
Yeah, I don't know the extent of it. I don't know exactly how long he'll be out or anything like that. But we have to be prepared that he won't be with us the rest of spring.
Okay. DB-wise, seems like you guys are pretty solid, even with some guys stepping up. May not be much of a drop-off.
Yeah, well, I think we're okay. Well, one thing Coach Warren does is he's constantly cross-trains everybody for different positions. Not always at practice, but he gives them the mental reps in the meeting. So if something does happen, we're able, like last year you saw us, we had to make sudden change movements, and we're able to do it. So we're constantly moving people around over there, maybe not necessarily playing our best 5 at the positions they'll be playing, because we want to get them to teach all the different places as they go through it. So, I mean, it's because like last year, Randall, you get into the Arizona State and we lose a guy pre-game and Randall has to go play a position, and a lot of times he doesn't rep it, but he does get mental reps. Right. So we're constantly moving guys trying to get that versatility.
What have you thought of Nate Meadors' spring so far?
Nate's done fine. I think Nate keeps getting better. Nate's a guy that's played, has experience, very confident in his abilities, and he'll continue to get better because he works at it.
Would you say Jaleel dude working with the 2s, was that a disciplinary move?
No, we just moved Jaleel around. Like if you watch our fields, we're moving different people for different combinations because of communications. It's going to happen in a game where they're going to have, and they all communicate differently. So we kind of try to get the different people in case we do get in a situation where we have those guys, they kind of know how they communicate to each other. And when you get a group that always works together and then there's a new guy in there, they take for granted some of the calls they have to make. They don't understand some of the body motions or the body language or how they try to disguise things.
I know it's only been 2.5 weeks, but in your experience, seeing true freshmen, let's say defensive ends, where would you put Jalen Phillips and what you've seen from him?
He's doing actually great for us so far. He's come in. I'm impressed with the way they've handled everything. I told you last time we talked, they go to class, they've done well in school, they come out here every day in practice. They're not used to this type of grind, not maybe so much physically, mentally, putting a lot of new things in. They've adjusted to that. They've done well. He competes. He comes out when he's out here. He plays hard all the time. Both those guys play hard. Today, Darnay with the great field goal block to win it for us in that red zone period. So we didn't have to watch those guys run. Here what we do, the winners run to get better. The losers have to watch. So we didn't have to watch that. So Darnay comes in, blocks the kick. A lot of confidence. They both have a lot of confidence. They go about their work. You watch them. If you didn't know they were, seniors in high school, if you didn't know who the numbers they are, you would never guess.
Mossy moved over back to defense again. He's been kind of practicing.
Yeah, he's playing like checkers with Mossy and comes back and forth. And then he's playing all different positions. So there's some things with him he's learning. And like I said, Coach Warren's got him moving all over the place. He plays safety, he plays nickel, he's all over the place. And so for him, it'll catch up. Right now he's just trying to figure it all out. So he's not playing as fast as he will when it all comes together for him.
Jim was saying he likes him on defense.
I like him
to keep
too.
Him exclusively on defense?
Yeah, I hope so. I pick on him every day, so it's fun. It gives me someone to pick on. He picks on me too, but so he's kind of fun to be around. I enjoy his spirit. I enjoy the way he comes out. He gets the guys going. He's got a little something about himself, and we're happy to have him over there.
Coach Bradley was talking about how Coach Meade does the cross training with different positions in the secondary. How much of that have you kind of taken part in?
I mean, just from my previous years, I kind of already know the stuff. So I'm really just, I could go play, but I'm really just working on my corner stuff right now. And that's all Coach Meade really wants me to do right now. But I do keep up to date with the stuff that's going on in other positions.
How does Coach Meade go about doing that? Like, what does a cross-training session look like? You guys are taking mental reps and stuff? Really,
you're just taking mental reps and watching the other dude just so you can learn. And really, we're just all learning from each other. So, it's not really like specifics to it. It's just we all got to pay attention to what's going on.
You guys lost some guys in the secondary, but it seems like it could be a striking team again. How do you feel about the potential of this unit?
I think we could be real good. We have a lot of young dudes, but they're coming on well, like Darnay Holmes, Denzel Fisher playing well, Colin Samuel playing well. And I think we're all just playing together as a unit, so it's working real well.
With Fabian leaving, do you feel a sense of that you have to step into a role of leadership or being that lockdown guy that kind of Fabian was?
I think I try to be like that. I think so. I've had some time here to develop my skill and my leadership to be able to fit that role. So I think I'll be able to do that.
What have you thought about Mossy over there?
Mossy, he fits well with us. He's learning the stuff fast, and it's just once he gets it down, he's going to be a great player for us.
What kind of personality does Mossy bring to the secondary?
Man, he's a goofball. He brings a lot of spunk to it, and I mean, he just fits well with us because we all hang together like off the field, so it's nothing different.
How fast have these last couple of years gone for you? Early in spring, you know, as a freshman, so now you're a leader.
It's crazy. It's crazy. These 3 years have gone by so fast, and like my mom told me, like it was gonna go by quick, and I didn't believe her, but I'm already about to be in my 3rd season, going strong. So it's been surreal.
You guys obviously lost some guys in the secondary, but it seems like from spring so far that it could be a strength again. You got some guys that look like they're stepping up into some roles and playing well.
Well, yeah, I mean, we lost some guys definitely that played a lot of ball for us, but then we also, ironically, got a lot of guys that got some experience within the defense. You know, so we got some game time experience and guys that are familiar with the schemes and techniques and stuff like that. So we just keep trying to level up.
Coach Bradley was talking about the kind of cross training you do between positions and getting guys ready to step in. How much of a point of emphasis is that, and how important is that as the season kind of unfolds?
Well, always for me. I mean, we're in the Pac-12, and you know the ball is up a lot. You know, quarterback conference. I'm the conference of quarterbacks, so you know we like to get guys cross training and playing at any position because it's a matchup league. So guys got to learn how to play nickel, dime, free safety, strong safety, and play corner. So that way, kind of, you know, we always can hang loose and adjust.
What about Mossy? How have you thought he's looked over on that side of the ball?
Oh, really good. He's coming along. It's a little different for him because usually when guys make that switch, they kind of just playing freely and then they end up making plays and think like, oh, defense is easy. Now when we start installing stuff and you got certain responsibilities, that's when it slows down for him and gets a little hard. But now he's back on the incline with it, you know what I'm saying, understanding he has to study his stuff and knows where he's supposed to be and just make your plays where you're supposed to be.
He kind of has an, I would call it effervescent personality. How much does that, he has like a leadership kind of persona to him. How much does that, you like having that over there?
Oh, I love it. Mossy brings, like you said, like a tough guy type of mentality and a no-quit kind of attitude with everything he does. So it's perfect for the defensive side of the ball.
Seems like a few of your corners have stepped up, from Denzel to Colin Samuel to Keon Riley. Are you slightly surprised and happy about it? Were you expecting those guys to have a spring like they've been having?
I wouldn't use the word surprise. It was expected. You know, I would be disappointed if it didn't happen. It's, you know, just developing those guys and giving them the reps and giving them the opportunity to get better, and they're taking ownership of it. You know, those guys are in their playbooks. They're out here early doing extra technique. They're out here late doing extra technique to, you know, sharpen their craft. So it's great to see.
How long have you been keeping an eye on Mossy, hoping that you can get him on your side of the ball?
Well, we always talked about it. Mossy always, he's slow played it himself because he's caught up on being on ESPN and catching touchdowns and doing touchdown dances. I'm like, well, you could get an interception and go do a touchdown dance. So, you know, it's just kind of more of a mindset because DB, you gotta want to play defensive back. And now he's bought into it, and I think you're gonna see him just shoot up the ranks.
Do you think he has a future with this team this year on just solely defense, or do you think he'll?
Oh, definitely. I think he has the opportunity, or he has the ability to be able to go both ways. He knows the offense. He knows how to run the routes, and now as he keeps learning the defense, this is perfect. I think the timing that Coach Moore gave us the ability to move him over during the spring, so when we go back to fall, it's all reviewed to him. We dibbled and dabbed with it a little bit last year and the prior years, but it was mid-season, those type of things, so it was like, oh, I can't trust you out here yet, you know, that type of thing. Now I think he'll be able to earn that trust to be out there in any situation and play any position come fall camp.
Talking about guys stepping up, Darius Pickett seems like he's had a big spring, stepped into that starter role. Talk a little bit about how he's been playing.
Oh yeah, he's took right over. I like to think of him like as a Fabian Monroe. He's the type of guy that's a leader on the field, off the field, knows every position, knows all the communications. Pick is solid through and through. He has a lot of game experience, as we all know, and he's ready to step up and take the leadership role, definitely.
What about Darnay as a freshman? Does he look like somebody who can make an impact immediately, you know, once the games start?
Well, Darnay is special. He's a special guy, tremendous athlete. I think he just needs to, you know, get his strength up, get used to how fast the game is and how strong the guys are. But his athleticism supersedes a lot. So he makes up a lot for his athleticism. I think he's a guy that could definitely impact. His greatest advantage is being here now. He's a spring guy. So, like, again, fall camp, it's all reviewed to him.